is an FBN Holdings company.
Amazing.
Yeah, they're shoving
They don't
everything.
sponsor the show, but they just put it right
They
there.
just put it right there.
98.1.
It's business, not just the business.
With critical focus on the Nigerian economy,
Is this
we
live?
see the bigger picture.
981 FM Lagos. Join us for Business Express. It's live right now with Rotus. Good morning.
Good morning, Valentine. Good morning, Lagos.
Good
and
morning
everybody
to you.
out there. Yes, yes, yes.
Do the honors,
And
Rotus.
Feyi ARM.
Welcome, Feyi.
Good morning.
Good morning, Lagos. Please join the conversation. Save this number if you don't have it already. It's our WhatsApp number. It's 0809 440 981. The hashtag on Twitter at Smooth91FM is
We're still down by 2% for the year. Insurance, top gainer and loser. Serving insurance is up by 9.5%. Custodian and allied insurance was the top loser, down by 10%. 361 naira to the dollar is where we are in the parallel market. So we're talking inflation to kick things off. Feyi, I'm showing here that the IMF is saying that yes, Nigeria's inflation rate is going to rise in the second half of 2018. They kind of backed up the central bank governor, Mr. Emefiele, who echoed the same.
The inflation and a lot of money chasing few goods and services and
Yeah.
drive prices up. But if we track back to past years when we had inflation and looking at the months leading up to the election, you will see that month on month did not really skyrocket.
Okay.
And that's good. That's different from what what we typically hear that election spending and government spending impact on inflation. So that's why we are not expecting any material increase in the second half of the year. And I also add that our inflation is majorly cost push.
Okay.
So when there are shocks to the currency or when there's a hike in the price of PMS or anything that will impact on the prices of goods and services, that's when we see a material impact on our inflation. That's uptick in our inflation. But our inflation is not really demand pull that a lot of money will chase, a lot of money in the pockets of individuals will chase few goods and services. So
Okay.
that's why we're not expecting any increase in inflation.
Okay, but what about your outlook for? It's always funny when we say that your outlook for a month has already passed. But anyway, outlook for June.
Well, for June, we're expecting inflation to print at 11%.
Okay.
And that's lower than 11.6% in the month of May.
Right.
And it's basically due to base effect. We still expect month on month to increase by about 1%, same as last month. But due to the base effect, which was really strong as at the first half of 2018, we expect that to moderate and that impact on headline inflation.
Cool. Thank you. Our inflation oracle, Ugo Dre. Did you predict who would win the World Cup? Predictions have been. What are you seeing with inflation? What are you seeing with inflation? Do you agree? Are you with?
Well, second half of this year, I can't agree. Yes, base effects will dissipate at some point, but I don't think that there's going to be any hike in inflation anytime soon.
Okay.
However, I expect rates to take off these two choices. One is probably to increase fuel price, to remove the subsidy in quotes on fuel price, so that NNPC can just be free of that shackle. Secondly, is they might want to raise electricity tariffs.
Okay.
There's been pressure on them to do that, and now that they've also just signed, I think they have this metering, these guys that doing metering.
The local manufacturers.
So they're going to need to be able to recoup their investment, and to do that, I doubt that it's possible to do that without increasing tariff. So yes, inflation rate might go up, but not anytime soon.
Okay.
I think that we might hit single digits towards the end of the year.
Yeah.
And then maybe it might take off again sometime last year. So IMF, please. It's not happening.
Okay, good stuff. All right, we'll see how that works out. Okay, something else that the IMF mentioned, Feyi, because this takes us into our next story. They were like, okay, as far as where Nigeria needs to go, they said some of the reforms that need to take place are specific and sustainable measures to increase the current low tax revenue, including avoiding new tax exemptions. So this is what the IMF mentioned when they were talking about outlook for Nigeria. So speaking of taxes, the FIRS, the Federal Inland Revenue Service, I'm showing here that they brought in for half year 2.5 trillion naira for the first 6 months for 2018, which I see is higher than what they brought in for 2017. So I
Yeah.
guess, I mean, they would say that yes, we're bringing in more taxes, but what are you seeing as to the increase with FIR's performance?
I think for me, I think this is positive.
Yeah.
I mean, the IMF already said that what we need to do is increase our tax revenue, and with the numbers we are seeing as at H1, it already shows that they are already working on that. The FIRS, as the Federal Inland Revenue Service, got about 2.5 or collected about 2.5 trillion naira in taxes in the first half of 2018, which is 42% higher than last year. That's H1 of 2017. And I think what's also very interesting about this news is that they've realized about 75% of their target for 2018, which is very, very positive.
Yeah.
And I guess this reflects the drive to widen the tax base and improve tax collection. Sometime earlier in the year, Kemi Adeosun mentioned that they've been able to widen the tax base between 2015 and 2017, and I think it's increased from 13 million individuals to 19 million individuals come after them or will not prosecute them. And with that, they were able to add about I think 700,000 individuals to the tax base. So I guess with all this, they were able to get collections in the first half of the year. In fact, all the sub-components, that's company income tax, VAT, capital gains tax, they all increase year over year. So I guess this is very positive and to support our federal revenues in 2018.
Okay, well, Ugo Dre, what do you think?
So if we do at this rate, we're probably going to be hitting a record. I think that the highest we've done was around 4.7 trillion or so a couple of years ago. So we're on track to hit to break a record in terms of tax revenues.
Okay.
However, but we still rely a lot on oil. Corporate taxes is still mono oil economy.
Still on
Now,
oil.
people don't really like stamp duties. I'm sorry, stamp duties here. What I'm seeing is 7.4 trillion. Was it you, Valentine, that asked about stamp duties the other day?
Yep.
We are doing 7.4 trillion already.
Wow.
2 trillion more than
Wow.
5. So
Hey.
all your bank deposits and whatever, this is it.
Yeah.
7.4 trillion. I'm interested to know how this is spent. The federal inland revenue, I think they've gone through a lot of they've gone through transformation recently. There's still a lot of money out there to collect. I think tax revenue as a percentage of GDP is still very, very low.
Right.
In fact, compared to other sub-Saharan African countries, we are still very low when it comes to tax revenue as a percent of GDP. So there's still a lot that we can do. About 50% of this economy is informal. So it's going to be difficult for these guys to plug into that sector and get a lot of tax revenue. So there's a lot to do. So I think they can do better. 5 trillion is good, but like I said, if you dollarize it, it's nowhere close to where we were, say, 4 years ago in terms of real value. So it'll be good for us to increase and continue to broaden that tax base. I mean, Nigeria just earns 11 trillion as a country.
Right.
11 trillion for almost 200 million people.
Right.
That's nowhere.
Right.
We should be looking at doing 15, 20 trillion by now.
Good stuff. Good stuff. All right.
Speaking to what you said, so yes, there are a lot of people in the formal and informal sector that are not yet taxed. I think there's a data that says that around 60 million people are not yet taxed. And you know what I said initially, came out said that they're collecting money from 19 million people. So 19 million people lower than 60, I guess there's a long way for them to go to drive up our tax revenue.
All right, good stuff. So we'll keep an eye on that. All right, let's hop overseas for a sec here. We're still talking of oil, and we're still talking within the region of oil. The nation of Norway, Ugo Dre and Feyi, there was a tweet by, I can't remember the name of the person that said that, but I think it was a journalist saying that Norway's oil fund has hit $1 trillion. I think the tweet was that, okay, we're looking for the first $1 trillion company. It's not going to be Apple. It's not going to be Google. It's actually the nation of Norway. And the breakdown as to how much these guys are going to be realizing from this fund, Feyi, I think it was they can be withdrawing about 3%.
To support their revenue, their government, their budgets every year. Yes.
And we're talking downstairs. Norway's population is
like 5 million.
You seem to be paying, bro.
Yeah, hey. Look, it's incredible stuff. Well, I just want to get you guys your thoughts on where we could have been if we're saving more. You're telling me downstairs, what's one of the obstacles that we're facing?
So the reason why we're not able to save more, because I mean what's in our sovereign wealth fund is about $2.5 billion dollars, lower than 1 trillion in the Norway's I know there's this part in the constitution always call upon that money should be accrued into the federation account, and any money accrued should be shared to all federating units, and then that's how to even draw down, take a lot of money from the excess crude account. In fact, there are times when they say that the sovereign wealth is illegal, and there's just been a lot of back and forth on it, and that has stored an inflows into the account. So I guess for us to build our fund to the level of Norway, we need the support of the state governments, to back the federal government, and then with that, we'll be able to grow our fund and then generate sufficient returns to support us in the rainy days.
All right, Ugo Dre, what do you think?
I kind of disagree, though.
Yeah?
And that's because I don't think we're anywhere close to Norway at all. Remember I said earlier that, at least from when I started tracking, revenues have always been between 10 and 12 trillion. That's the entire Nigeria.
Right.
The state and federal, you earn about 10 to 12 trillion naira, right? So if that's what you earn, how much can you actually save or spend/save? Because you do need to develop your economy. There's a lot to do within the economy. So the state governments as well, because of the way our country is run politically, they also rely on result from the federal government to also develop their state. So we actually are not a rich country.
Right, unfortunately.
Yeah, we're not. And there were just too many people. And you just said it down, and then we have less than
5 million.
But if you remember, so the idea is oil price. It's not really, we're not saving tax or revenue generated from other means. It's basically oil. So when oil price is high, the idea is to save, maybe the benchmark price is 38
I know,
naira.
but it's not just enough. That's the point.
Remember in 2004, when the excess crude account was created, we were able to save 22 billion naira, and that was reduced to about 1.9 billion dollars. Sorry, we were able to save 22 billion dollars, and that was reduced to about 1.9 because states drew down on that account.
Because we're poor.
No, because I think it's beyond being poor.
All right, we're not poor, we're poor. It's fine. Frank says, I hold the same view with the IMF. The outlook is fragile based on the expansionary 2018 budget, election-induced spending causing cautious GDP growth and continued threat to food production by herdsman crisis. This other one from Henry says state government should support federal government in savings. Have you read the 2016 audit report?
SMH. He doesn't believe that the state governments are going to support it at all. But guys, thank you for your message. Is that how much?
No time.
We're done. Yeah. Well, hey, Ugo Dre and Feyi, ARM Nairametrics, thank you guys so much for a lively discussion this morning. Good. Appreciate you guys coming in.
Thank you so much for tuning in and joining us on our wavy YouTube.
Yes, Valentine is handling the camera right now. This is impressive stuff.
It's interesting. Coming up next, we have an interesting sponsorship, and it's going to be very exciting in a bit. The Smooth Breakfast. Good morning.
Business Express on
Bye.